I never aspired to be a parent because I didn't know what it meant to be parented. Drugs and reckless living were my parents because they consumed my biological mother and father's lives. As a result of the choices they made, I was taken in by my maternal grandmother. In some way, I think she felt sorry for me or responsible for the failures of my mother that burdened her heart heavily. I grew up not trusting others, feeling incomplete, forgotten, abandoned, and different. My grandmother did her best to give me what she thought I needed in the absence of the physical presence of my parents. That did very little to change my mind about one day having a family of my own. I never wanted to be a mother because I didn't know what a mother was. I had no positive examples of the bond between mother and child. I was unfamiliar with the feelings of motherly love. I didn't want to infect anyone else's life with the curse that I felt had been passed down to me. I didn't want to be responsible for someone turning out like me. I used to daydream about mother-daughter shopping trips, vacations, and late-night conversations. I wanted to hear my mother's voice cheer me on at track meets, recitals, plays, and other school competitions. I watched my friends interact with their mothers, and I longed for that. My harsh reality always overshadowed my desire to truly be someone's daughter. Becoming pregnant with my daughter was a pivotal turning point in my life. A few life decisions left me spiraling out of control on a fast track to everything I said I never wanted to be. When she arrived, I felt purpose, I felt whole, I felt needed. However, those natural maternal instincts that I hear other mothers speak about were absent. The first night I spent alone with my daughter, I cried. These weren't tears of joy. They were tears of fear, shame, insecurity, uneasiness, uncertainty, and unpreparedness. My son would arrive 6 years later. This time the circumstances were different. I had prior experience as a mother. I had managed to keep my daughter alive, innocent and unharmed. I had learned how to connect with them past the superficial level. I still didn't understand the random tears or crying episodes that resulted in having to be comforted by me, their mother. I wanted my children to be tough because I had to be. I didn't want them to cry because I learned early that crying was a sign of weakness and no one cared. I did not want them to be emotional because I was not. I did not want them to be normal. Mothers are your first best friend. Mothers are the voice of reason when you're contemplating giving up. Mothers are there to wipe your tears when you fall. Mothers are a reminder that things will get better. I didn't have that. I learned life's hardest lessons by making all the mistakes that I warned my kiddos about. I had to learn how to be a woman and mother on my own, leaving me with unanswered questions about and doubts about who I was. When I examine my life thus far, I'm no longer filled with hurt, fear, or regret. I'm reminded of how strong I've had to be to beat the odds. I'm reminded that our circumstances do not define our potential. I'm reminded that I'm able to be what I never had. I'm reminded that I'm a damn good mother despite what I was never taught. Being a mother without a mother has been everything but easy. Once I chose to be a mother, I was obligated to make the best life for my children. We don't choose our parents, so that meant that my kids would not have active grandparents from my side of the family. I knew that my job would be twice as hard because I had to fulfill multiple roles. I was nervous, but I knew I could do it because I had to. Being a motherless mother is not embarrassing or a burden. It's who I am and who I was created to be.